Okay. Hello guys. How's everyone doing? Been a little while, right? And I not come again this Monday, so I did not analyze. I'm so sorry for that. The thing is, I was installing some upgrades for my internet in my house, okay, which is actually what I'm using right now. So I believe that my connection is actually very stable right now. So yeah, I wanted to have the best experience when I'm analyzing live. I don't want it to be breaking. I don't want anything to be happening to my live analysis. So I had to take this precaution. Okay. That's why I did not do the live analysis on Monday. Now, today, we are seeing a lot happening, right? In fact, as of this week, we are seeing a lot happening. This is like the last week of January, and there is so much happening. So let's get into the charts and look into it. Okay, but before that, let us just look into our Forex factory just for a minute. Now, if you look at it here, this is what we have for today, Wednesday. All right. CPI for AD has already played out. We also have Canadian dollar monetary policy. So their interest rate is actually coming out today. Okay. Um, then they're going to have a press conference. So basically, I would stay clear from the Canadian dollar. All right. I would stay clear from the Canadian dollars. Then we also have interest rates for the US dollar as well. Okay. So we have to be very careful with that. We have to be really, really careful with that because at this point, things are going crazy. We have seen that the dollar has been melting. All right. The dollar has been melting. So it's not really a good sign. Okay. It's something to be worried about. I don't know. The market is just going crazy to me right now. The market is going crazy. All right. And I had this feeling that something big is about to happen. But how do I prove that? Something big is coming. Something big is coming. Like let's get into the chat and let me show you something. This is DXY. For like a week straight, DXY has been dropping. You barely see a retracement on DXY. And before that, you hardly see something like that. Okay. Like what? This is like let's check the weekly. All right. On the weekly time frame, there's just a big gap there. Right, I mean, it's not the biggest week that we have had, but it's dropping heavily. Okay, and this is coming after we range for a little while. There might be some backlash from here. Okay, because as it is now, this is the weekly time frame, and we're getting closer to the end of the week. Remember, Tuesday usually makes the high or the low of the week, and if this is the low of the week, it means that we're about to push back to the upside, which is something that I fear because this here looks to me like it's equal lows. Even if it's not equal lows, we have a sweep there. And what does this sweep mean? It means that price is about to reverse to the other side. So it's something to be worried about. All right. Moving on. So far so good. We have already achieved our targets, so I can clear this up. Okay, I don't need to be saying all that. We still have this break of structure here. I don't even know what I'm marking at this point, to be very honest with you guys, because like everything is just going crazy. I mean, have you guys taken a look at gold? Like gold is just making all-time high after all-time high after all-time high. Like look at the weekly time frame, at the monthly time frame. Like this is the biggest month ever for gold, like ever. It's remaining just a little thing to make it this to make this thing a full curve, you know. It's crazy. It's very crazy. Sometimes I find it very hard to think that back in the 2000s, gold was around $100. You know, very very crazy. So I feel like we are witnessing a new era on gold. Like I mean, stuff like this actually happen. As you can see from here, we went like this, came down, right? Went up again, and then ranged a little while, and then started going up again. So eventually, we're going to go up around here, possibly, and then go up again. Maybe but that next time we'll hit about 10K or so. But yeah, there's all that on gold right now. Whew. Let's go down and be checking what we have on gold. To be honest, I don't know if today's analysis is going to play out fine. All right, because there's a lot going on in this market right now. But if anything, um, I was told that if you want to trade gold this time around, you don't trade it on the higher time frame anymore. You trade it on the lower time frame. The reason for that is because it's going to be easier for you to spot the entries that you want to take. Now, this is a very bullish market, so we don't want to be looking for sales. Okay, even if you're looking for sales, wait for the pullback to finish, and then you now enter into a buy trade. All right. The opposite goes for the USD pairs, DXY pairs, like USD JPY, USD cards, and the remaining ones. Just look for sales. Okay, don't look for buys because I don't know. These days, the price action is very tricky. It's just tricking everybody into doing one thing or another. Not consistent. You get. So I would rather not go into any sales right now on gold. We had a sweep here, price came back, other block pushed up, right? Came back here, retraced, went back up again, came back down, used the fair value gap, started pushing up from there. There was even a sweep around here, sure. So this candle came back to this guy, which could be another block, pushed up again, came back down to this candle once again, sniper entry, pushed up from there. Let's see. Sweep, price came back down after breaking structure, triggered from the other block and pushed up from there. Wow, gold is doing a lot. I should have made enough money in these moves, but so far so good. I've not made anything on gold yet. Okay, now I'm seeing something very risky here. Like, look at this. This is a break of structure here, coupled with an inverse fair value gap from here, which is actually being obeyed, by the way. If you look at it here, it's being respected. So gold may actually be trying to make a pullback. Okay, you may actually see a little pullback on gold this morning. We have not really seen any lows being broken, but now we have seen one low here being broken. All right, so I believe this is a time for a pullback, and anytime you have a pullback, is another opportunity for us to take more buys. All right, on price. So yeah, we're waiting for that. Even though we have this indecision candle here, I wouldn't really count on that because we had one here, we had one around here, we had another one here, and gold just kept on buying. Okay, so basically it's just a game of pullbacks and then continue going upwards again. All right. So that's basically what has been happening on gold all this while. All right. So if you are trying to buy from the lower time frames is better because gold has just been on this rampage going up non-stop. So let's take a look at silver as well. On the daily time frame, silver is just as crazy as gold. I mean, just going up non-stop. I mentioned last 2 weeks, last week, that I said that silver was going to reach between 110 and 120. That my immediate target was about $100, and this was back when we had 70 something dollars. I think it was around here. Yeah, it was around here. All right, and we are seeing silver going up. All right, non-stop. So yeah, currently, silver is still making new highs. All right, this is the 4-hour time frame, and we have a break of structure through this place. So this is a break of structure, and now we do have a fair value gap just here laying around, just chilling. So I believe the price is going to come back inside this fair value gap and then pump from there. Okay, so it's a very nice trade idea. Okay, and you can see that silver is already beginning to retrace right now. Let's check the 2 hours. Does that fair value gap still remain there? Yes, and we have the addition of an inverse fair value gap as well. Okay, it's important that we keep on seeing our POIs from time frame to time frame because this helps a lot. Okay, but yeah, this here is the break of structure. As you can see on the 1 hour, is very clean, it's very clear. We have liquidity here, so very likely price to simply choose to come down, make a move up, make another move up like this, one more, and then continue going up from there. Okay, this could definitely happen, or we could see something like this, and then it should just go up straight up. Okay, so it's very possible because as you can see, this what I just drew right now is what happened here. Okay, came down, made a move up, made another one again, but it didn't go as low, and then just kept on moving up. All right, so for this trade, I'll be entering aggressively from the from the 4 hour time frame. I'm just going to use the 4 hour time frame as my guide. Okay, so that means that I'll be entering from here. My stop loss is going to be here. All right, no, let me just keep it here for safekeeping. This is the sweep level. All right, so I'll put it here. All right. So as for my target, I don't really have a target per se. All right, but so far as I can make a 1 to 3, I don't mind. Silver and gold are both going for new all-time highs, so it's very possible that silver is going to achieve that. On the other hand, something else I could be doing is that I could wait for price to come out and definitely come back to this down side here, all right, and see price doing something like this. Okay, a reversal model over there. So it's something that I'm going to be waiting for. Okay. Sorry, I'm stammering today. It's just that I was doing a little bit of exercise, so my blood is pumped. Okay. Just give me a second. Let me send an update to the community. Okay. Just a second. All right, I'm back. So, like I was saying, silver is looking quite bullish too. All right. But what I would look out for is, let me just calm down, speak slower, okay, before I make mistakes when I'm speaking. All right, I'm back. So, like I said, I would be waiting for silver to come to this high. Okay, this here is buy side liquidity for me, so I'll be waiting for silver to trigger from internal range liquidity and then go back up to external range liquidity. Okay, so this is the game plan. This is what I have on silver right now. I'm expecting to see price in the 5 hourly gap going back up into the external range liquidity and continue moving upwards from there. All right. I mean, but it might not be a 1:2. Let me just let's just pick it at 20. Okay, so that gives us a 1:2, which is actually not that bad. Okay, if you think about it, it's not that bad. Um, so if you're moving with this, then means that gold may actually be making a little retracement as well. Okay. But I don't know exactly to the point where we're going to see that. Gold has been very tricky, so I only trade gold now from like the 1 hour to the 3 minute time frame because of that. Silver on the other hand, you can still trade silver on the higher time frame. Now, let me delete this and let's just take a look at Nasdaq. Okay, what Nasdaq has been doing all week. So Nasdaq was a bit tricky because I mean we had a lot of sell we had a little bit of a sell bias around here and that did not hold up. Okay, so what's happening now is that we are now breaking the structure. All right, this is a break of structure on the daily time frame. It is a sweep and price did what? We closed a fair value gap here, and what happened next was that price came back to another fair value gap on the buy side. He used it and now it's pushing up. So basically, our dealing range that we want to work out with is this, from this low to whatever high that we're going to create here. So if this is our high, then we have to look for something within this range. All right. If you go down to the lower time frames, you see that we even have a sweep. All right. We swept these lows around here. Let me clean out this mess here. All right. You already know what we're working with. So let me clean this up. So yeah, based on the 4 hour time frame, we have a sweep here. Price went up, not come back again to trigger the fair value gap or another block. So this here is just floating a floating POI that has not been used yet. And coupled with that, we do have endorsement liquidity just here. All right. So this to me is endorsement liquidity. And then I'll be expecting price to come back to this fair value gap. All right, and trigger from there. So basically, what I'm expecting here is that you're going to see a move down, get to the 50%, and then move up again. All right. So this is my expectations for Nasdaq. In the meantime, I'll be waiting until price comes back to it. Okay. Let me take a snapshot here. I want to make sure that I get that. Let me go back to silver and just place an alert just here so that I'll know when we're about to get into the trade. All right. For SPX 500, it's basically the same story with Nasdaq. All right, it's the same story. We have a sweep around here. We see a little bit of liquidity left behind, but I feel like we definitely have a key level around here, and this key level is in tune with this level gap that's here. All right, well, the problem to me now is that the fair value gap has already been used by this candle. Even this one here has already been used by this candle as well. Okay, so these pairs, these indices, they have this thing that whenever the price touches the fair value gap, they keep on moving from there, whether it touches the 50% or not. Okay, after all, fair value gap is still valid from the top as well. So if you look at it in a deeper way, breakout structure, came back again, touched the fair value gap, went up, right? Breakout structure, came back to the fair value gap, did what? Came up, right? So what is more likely to happen here now is that this fair value gap is also going to be used, or this one here, okay? I would actually bet on this one because if you're pushing out the premium and discounts, this should be more in tune with the what's it called? The discount area, all right? So that's just something to note there. Yeah, we do have a nice sweep, came back again, triggered from the other block, went up from there, came back down, went up. So this is our dealing range currently from the 1 hour time frame. Okay, this is our dealing range, and I will be betting on this particular fair value gap now. I want to see my trades working from here. So yeah, let's see what will happen. Once price gets to this point, I'll be willing to buy, but then I think I might see some sort of confirmation on the lower time frame. Do you have any confirmation around here? I doubt we did. I doubt that. But anyways, the family gap there still stands. Okay, still very much valid. So yeah, I'm waiting for price to come back down, which is already doing. This might be a trade for the New York session. All right, I'm not going to mark it out yet because it's not too clean to me. I believe the Nasdaq should have something quite similar. No, okay, no, we don't have anything similar on Nasdaq. Let's move into something else. Okay, let's look into GBP USD. I would have looked into Euro USD, but I don't know. Euro USD is looking somehow to me right now. So yeah, we just made a new high around here. Okay, we crossed out this high, so this should be a weekly or a monthly high. I think it's a monthly high, right? Yeah, it's a monthly high. So we just crossed out that monthly high. We are actually reacting to this Beverly gap that's around here. Okay, we even have the sweep here. So if price comes back, it's going to be by next month. So you should be seeing a little bit of a retracement before you move up again. So it could even happen this month, by the way, like at this last 3 days of January. All right, we could be seeing that happening. But definitely we're going to see retracements coming up very soon. Okay. So this here is our breakout structure, the major breakout structure here on the daily time frame. I believe that we're going to see price coming back down to at least the discount zone. Okay. And where is that discount? This discount is around here below the 0.5. Okay. And so far so good, that's all I got. So I believe price has to come back to the discounts and then home from there. Okay. We have been bullish for the past 4 days now in a row. Okay. So this should be since Thursday last week, right? So since Thursday, I've been bullish non-stop. Okay, it's just going up and up and up, and it's not stopping anytime soon. The dollar is still very much low. Okay, it's being pressured. Even though we just touched the drawn liquidity today, I believe that we still have more downside to go into. All right, later in the year. So let's just be watching. Let us be watching. We don't have any setups for today, unless you want to take a risky setup on GU. then yeah, we definitely do have one setup. Okay, break of structure, price should make a comeback, right? Which should be around here, this family gap. Um, it could be a sell-off from here. It's shorting, might be shorting from here. This family gap or other block, whatever, it has already been used. So I don't expect price to go back there again. And if this is going on, then we need the targets, right? So where's the nearest point where we could actually take our profits? Have a bunch of, there's a key level around here. This is also key level, so I think I'll be just looking into this area. Okay, I'll be looking into this area to take my profits. So this is a sell idea on JBP. Now, this is a counter trade, so there's a high chance that this is going to be a bad one. Okay, there's a high chance that this is going to be a bad trade because we are countering. So risk accordingly. Um, 5 minutes, 5 minutes. There's a key level here, right? Yes, there's a key level just here, so that's a good sign, showing that there's a higher probability our trade is going to play out just fine. Okay, yeah. So let me set an alert here. I think I want to take this trade. Yeah, I'll take the risk because I mean, what do I have to lose again? The EJ has already done me the favor of, depleting my morale. Was it on Monday? No, it was yesterday. Yeah, I was in profits. I was aiming for a 1:5 point. No, it's a 1:6, but I was just carrying like a 1:5, and then it's reversed. Although I did not lose anything, contrary to what people on X think happened, I did not lose. It was on break even. All right. So yeah, I'm actually very safe. I don't lose any cash at all. I don't know if you're following me on X, but you should have seen it by now. Um, yeah, we're just aimlessly scrolling through everything right now. We're still not found a clue of what we're supposed to do here. Reconstruction price should come back. I like this guy here. This other block is looking very nice. Price might use that and continue. Oh, USD card is a beast right now. Like USD card is just being merciless. Like I don't think we have pullbacks, like proper pullbacks here, right? Okay, we put back into the February gap and went down from there. February gap went down, right? We have another one here. Yeah, we do. This one is actually more stable because this time around they actually had a sweep around here. So I would say that the last time that this pair was actually sensible was around this area here. It doesn't aside that it's not really tradable for me. All right. So yeah. Oh, this is crazy. I'm literally not seeing any. I'm barely seeing any trades today. Like this is the only things that I think I saw a trade on. And yeah, let me show you guys this one. So this one is thanks to Vivian. All right, she opened my eyes to this trade. Shout out to her. So basically, I saw that there was a key level around here. Price came in on the daily time frame and swept it as well. Okay, there's a sweep here on the daily. So if you move down to 4 hours, you see that the key level is still standing. The low was actually swept, and coupled with that, we had a break of structure. All right, but not just that, we need to refine the trade. Otherwise, we're going to end up taking a buy from around here. Okay, and after going lower to the 1 hour time frame, I observed something. Okay, this here was actually supposed to be where the other block started from, but then we had an inverse value gap inside it. So that inverse value gap is actually tallying with the OTE. Okay, so I'm going to use that as my entry. So my stop loss is actually here this low, even though the sweep level is around here. So this could have been an easy 1:10. Let me just drop it here to this particular low, okay, and make it a 1:7. It's not a bad trade. This is actually in tune with the trend. So I believe that this trade is actually going to work out just fine. All right, I've already placed the trade. I'm waiting for it to trigger. All right. So if any of you are following me here right now, you can actually allow that to happen as well. This is going to be a swing trading. I'm looking at probably what could be like a few days until it hits TP, but at least the risk to reward ratio is actually worth it. This is a 1:7.4. Okay. Um, I don't want to refine it any longer. I think the 1 hour time frame is already good enough for me. All right, before I'll go and miss my trade. So yeah, let me even set an alert so that I'll know when we're getting close to it, just above my golden zone. On that same idea, there's a counter trade. There's a counter trade idea, right? I wanted to sell from around here that yesterday, but well, I was already late for it, so that did not happen. But now look at what's happening here. Okay, we have a breaker structure here. All right, this could be a very nice chance here. So for this G40, that's Germany 40, we could actually take a sell trade from here. Okay, this could be a sell order block. All right, we had the second breaker structure, first breaker structure, right? This was a broken structure, but then price flipped. So now use fair value gap and push down. We now had another breaker structure again when price started reversing and then came down here. So basically, this here is actually valid. It's a valid structure to me. All right. So I believe that we could definitely see price coming up here. I don't know if there's a way to refine it a little bit more. So far so good. I don't think so. So yeah, I'm looking forward to this particular trade right now. Okay, we even use this fair value gap here and push price now. That's crazy. There's even endorsements here. It's not bad. It's not bad. Not bad. Yeah. This other block could be very nice for price to drop from. All right. That's going to give us. We're going to take it to this what's it called, endorsements, not to the POI. Okay. There's a reason why I do that. I think I said it in my last live analysis. Why whenever I'm countering my own trades, my main idea rather, I always keep the TP at liquidity levels instead of keeping them to the POI where I want to make it to sugar from. All right, so this is going to give us a 1:2.4. Not bad, not bad, but it's below what I can take, so I'm not going to do that. I could actually aim for a 1:3, but it's better to be on the safer side. Right, Nasdaq has started to push down. Silver still coming down slowly. All right. As of gold is doing what I expected to do, which is to push down a little bit. Was it on the 5 minute? I was on 5 minute time frame that I saw it. So now we have a new trade idea. Okay, on gold. This is another break of structure. This is the first break of structure. This is the second one now. Okay. This is a very risky trade. Okay, gold is very bullish. So I am going to take this risk and I'm going to sell gold from here. All right. This is a 5 minute time frame, and I need at least a 1:3. The best target here is going to be this area. So this is the best target that I'm seeing here right now. The most probable target that gold is going to hit is going to be this low. All right, has a bigger probability. Then nah, let me just keep it small. Yeah, this will serve. This will serve. Let me just keep it small because if I do too much now, I might not be regretting it unless I'm trailing my stop loss. This is a counter trade. So whenever you're countering a trade, I always remember that break even might be your best friend at some point. That's the only thing that saved me yesterday from the buy I was taking on UJ. All right. So yeah, let's look into something else now. Okay, we already set an order here. All right. So just like a recap, on J40, I'm expecting to see a buy from this inverse favor gap. All right, so we're expecting price to just come here and start going up onto the all-time highs. Okay, for Nasdaq, I'm expecting price to dump to this particular area on the 4-hour time frame, simply because we have a very nice structure there which says that it could do so. We've already broken the structure, so we're waiting for a pullback, and then we're going to see price moving up from there. On silver, on the 4-hour time frame, we see price trying to get into a fair value gap, which we should be seeing some nice price action after that. Okay, I'm expecting to see buys after that fair value gap. On gold, a very risky setup here where we are aiming downwards. Now, one of the reasons why I'm actually okay with this setup is that silver is selling. Okay, I believe that when silver is selling and gold is selling at the same time is a good thing, it's a good idea, right? We have a confidence, but when it's going up and the other one is going down, then something is wrong. All right. So I'll be observant for this. I already set my alerts in all my trades, so I'm just waiting for price to come there. And then this is for GU. But wait though, calm down, calm down. You know that DXY just achieved the target, yeah? I'm talking about the weekly DOL. The weekly DOL has been achieved. What this simply means is that, by the way, if you're, I don't even know why I cleaned my charts. It's not that I'm actually regretting it. I think it was around it's weekly, right? Okay. So yeah, this should be the weekly DOL here. The sweep. Use the sweep on the weekly breakout structure here. There's another breakout structure around here, right? And this here was our main targets for the past few days now. So now we have already touched the main targets, right? What should happen next is that there's going to be a retracement. There has to be a retracement. If you even look at it, this was on Wednesday open, right? Yeah, this was Wednesday open. Tuesday and Wednesday, yeah, this was Wednesday's open. Wait, Wednesday's today. My bad. Today's open, rather. Open with a gap. Okay. We came back, closed the gap, and now we are doing what? We're moving up, right? So if you're actually moving up from here, there has to be some sort of retracement on the inside, right? We touch the gap, we're moving up. If we can break above this candle here, I'll know for sure that we're about to start pumping. We're about to start pumping. Okay. We've already seen some indications here from JP USD. All right. We've already seen some of those indications there that we're about to pump. This is a break. This is a liquidity sweep. This is a freaking liquidity sweep. Shit. Okay, this is getting interesting. All right, my bad. I was saying that on GU, on the daily, on the daily time frame on GU, we are actually bullish. Like, look at this here. This is crazy. So GU just touched my fair value gap, my POI. The other block, which should be here, we're going to be selling with a 1:5. This here is a 1:4. All right. It's not that bad actually. It's not that bad. What is going on here? So this might be a valid setup, but I think I'll just wait a little bit just to be sure. But DXY is retracing, GU is retracing, EU is retracing. I feel like the retracement I've been expecting all this while is about to play out right now. Monday, Tuesday made the highs and the lows for the day. So I believe that we're about to see some nice and big retracements currently in the markets. I'm not going to take any trades on USD pairs for now. I would rather wait. I need to get some extra confirmation because trades no go finish. But it's good to have some extra confirmation about what we're about to do right now. Otherwise, we're going to get cooked again. I mean, otherwise, I will get cooked again. I don't know about you guys. Trust me, I don't like losing money. But USD CHF is already pushing up like crazy. I mean, let's check the 1 hour time frame. This is that week that we saw on DXY that entered inside a gap, and now we just broke the structure. We are pushing bullish here. All right, so we're definitely looking bullish. Go down to 30 minutes. It has already entered the fair value gap. 15 minutes. This here is the fair value gap, right? So if anything, you should be working with this. Take it by around here. We already closed and used the fair value gap, so I'm not really expecting price to go below here. The nearest point where I can take profit should be here, giving me a 1:7. This here is equal highs, so that is a very nice point of liquidity. So yeah, let me set an alert here. This is crazy. Yeah, I think I'll be taking this USDCHF. It's looking safer in my eyes. I don't know. GU, we are dropping from the fairly gap. On EU is a mad pair. I don't like trading EU because of that. Alright. This one is touching the other block. I think these are the trades that I have for today, Sha. I want to just take a quick look at JPYX. This is the Japanese yen basically. So what we're looking at is, shoot, the yen is getting some strength here. Like, yeah, it's very strong right now, but it's stopping, right? This is the accumulation here. As you can see, we are not breaking past. So on the 4 hour time frame, this is what we are getting here. Okay, on the 4 hour time frame for JPYX, forget about this. Price made an impulsive move, broke structure. Currently, you have been trading inside the range of this particular candle now. That's very risky. That's very, very risky because I don't like seeing this kind of thing. So this is now what's going to be called a master candle. So whatever direction it breaks out, price will likely be pulling through for that side for a while. All right. There's a bunch of things that I read in the past. Still key disgusting. Anyways, if you look at that, we have a very nice trend line liquidity just here. So yeah. This is going to be interesting. Very interesting. It's going to be very, very, very interesting. Let me change this. This here is a key level, so I will be working with this. So key level, we should be seeing price coming back to around this area and moving up from there. All right. So this means that we may actually have a little bit of retracement on JPY pairs. Okay, the retracement I was expecting on UJ, GJ, and the rest, it may actually be happening soon. I don't know how soon, but soon. This is trend line liquidity, so definitely we're going to see price dropping anytime soon. Okay, back to retest the trend line and then we move up from there. So I'll be waiting for this to happen. Okay, on JPYX, and if you're looking at in that direction, then we're actually right to say that this is still very valid. This here is a sweep, okay, a break of structure. So this shows that GJ is now bearish on the higher time frame. If you look at this, this is the lowest place where price reached so far. So I believe that we are accumulating here. This is the same accumulation that we are seeing on JPYX. Okay. So if JPYX goes down, means that GJ is going to go up. Okay. And if it does that and we end up having that same reaction, it means that we are definitely going to dump from here. So this is actually very valid. So I have more reasons to believe in this right now. Then what else? Let's check something else. Let's check EJ. All right. So no. I don't like Europeans like that. Let's look into AUD JPY. Even though I barely trade this pair, like I don't know. I'm not really a big fan. I don't know. It's not like I have anything against it. So the other day I had these buyers that were going to use this key level and then push down from there, which is still very valid by the way. Not a bad idea at all. Um, uh, this price action is low key ugly. Not let me not lie. I don't think I like what I'm seeing here. Yeah, I'm still counting on this key level. Euro, no, let me go to JPB AUD. I had a trade here yesterday. I saw trend line liquidity. We came back to retest it using this other block, which is where I entered from. And we're now selling. This is a 1:3. But then again, the price action in this guy has been choppy. Like even as we're selling, it's very choppy. So whenever I see prices like this, I don't normally like to use the conventional ways of trading like other block, Beverly Gap, and the rest. I just depend mostly on trend lines, okay, because that's what works best for me and things like that. Key levels, trend lines, they all work better whenever you're having a choppy price action. Ah, there's nothing here again. Let's look into Bitcoin. All right, let's look into Bitcoin. So, Bitcoin, let's see what Bitcoin is promising us today. I want to start from the daily time frame. All right, or rather, let me go from the weekly and give you guys a rundown of what I saw so far. So, on Bitcoin, currently, we saw there that there was a sweep break of structure. But we never really had the retracement into this zone here, which should be the premium. Because if Bitcoin really wants to sell, it has to sell from around here, 108K. This is the other block that's going to make this whole thing very, very, very juicy. Now, the problem is that I feel like we need to break this low before moving lower. Okay. And the other day we had the high around here. We swept that high, and after sweeping that high, we entered into a fair value gap. Okay, showing that we actually have some bearish downside to this Bitcoin. Now, what does that mean? It means that we're looking to sell. Okay, we're looking for more sales on Bitcoin right now. All right, from the weekly time frame or the weekly perspective, we had a break of structure here, another break of structure here. Okay, so basically we should be coming back to some sort of PY around here right now, and then we can now sell off from there. Likely is going to be this inverse fair value gap on the daily time frame. Okay, so I think I'm going to be aiming for this inverse fair value gap. Um, as you can see, it actually has some liquidity. Okay, endorsement liquidity there following it. So it's very likely, it's very possible that you're going to see price coming up here and dropping from there. All right, it's very, very, very likely you'll see something like that happening. Okay. On top of that, we have like what something that looks like equal highs around here. So price could just sweep it and start moving down from there. So yeah, I think I'm going to keep Bitcoin to my daily time frame. I'm not really going to go lower than that. Okay, is looking very choppy. Ethereum, on the other hand, is basically showing me the same, but I feel like Ethereum is usually cleaner and clearer than Bitcoin. Okay. Okay, look at this. So we are now pushing down. Okay, if you're using the candles alone, using our candle theorem, you just hear that we have a liquidity sweep here. Now price is coming back up, and we should be looking for sales from around here. Okay. If you move down to the daily time frame, we now see that in that area we have two things. Number one, we have an inverse fair value gap, which is the same that we have on Bitcoin. We have a fair value gap, which is a little bit higher, right? So we already know where we want to be buying from or selling from rather. Let's bring down our Fibonacci. Okay, you see here that the golden zone lies around here, and then my OTE lies in this fair value gap. So I believe that this fair value gap is not that bad. So I'll be looking to sell from here. Okay, using my OTE. This here was a liquidity sweep, break of structure, right? So we are bearish on ETH as well. Okay, so I have a bearish bias on ETH. Now, where are we selling to? Well, we might be aiming for this there's a key level, a very strong key level in this area. So let me mark it here. Okay, so this is my key level, which I'm going to be aiming to. So if we go back to the 4 hour time frame, or the daily rather, we see that our FVG, or our daily FVG, is around here as well. Basically the same thing with Bitcoin, right? We had this high here, so probably that we're going to sweep this high, and then we'll now see a reversal setup from there, and then we'll start moving down. Okay, this here is also going to be endorsement liquidity. So this is my plan, or at least what I'm seeing on ETH right now. Okay, so I'm expecting to see lower prices on ETH. I'm expecting to see lower prices on Bitcoin as well. But for now, we're experiencing a little bit of a retracement. Okay, if that's the case, then as you can see, we are bullish here. We're bullish here. So I think we already made. No. Let's keep on looking to the bullish side of things. Okay, even if it's to just carry to this other block. Okay, so we're going to work out with this daily range. Let's see if I can follow it up and put it the red color. So I want to work out with the daily range, see if I can have any buys from there. So this is the daily range right now on the ETH. We see that there was a breakout structure around here. This here is a liquidity sweep. POS. We have sell side liquidity being cleared out. We now broke structure to the upside. Another breakout structure here. So now from daily, we now shift our eyes into this particular range. Okay. So this here is another POS. Move to the 15-minute time frame, and what do we get? We have a fair value gap that's around here. Okay, which we might use to push price to the upside. Okay, so I'll be counting on this. We have another fair value gap here. So what can we do? How can we be sure? Let's check the 30 minutes and see which of those fair value gaps is looking better. Okay, this one is actually looking better. It's a refined fair value gap from the 30 minutes time frame. So if you want to take a buy here, I'm going to take a long from here. Okay, you can actually just use the 30 minutes time frame to make it cleaner. So this here is where I'm going to be taking a trade from. My stop loss is going to be at the low, or let me just put it here because of key levels and stuff. This is going to be my stop loss. My TP, where am I going to put this TP now? I think I'm going to keep it at this high that we're seeing here. All right, so the initial target is going to be this high, the immediate high, which is going to give a 1:2. You can set it at this high as well for a 1:3. Then lastly, around here is not that bad for a 1:5. I believe that this is the beginning of the other fair value gap that saw before time frame, right? Was it before the daily time frame? Okay, no, it's already inside the fair value gap. Like the 50% was not that bad. So yeah, I'll be looking forward to this. Okay, from the 30 minutes time frame, we can actually if you want to refine it, you can refine it. Okay, from the 30 minutes, you can refine it to the 15 minutes. You use the middle of the fair value gap as your entry. Usually, I would say that put your stop loss behind the candle that started the fair value gap, but I mean, we have a bigger range on the 30 minutes, right? So we might play out from there too. So yeah, I'm going to be taking this trade from here. All right. Let me put. Okay, we even have liquidity here as well. This is endorsement liquidity, by the way. So we have a buy on ETH. All right. We have a buy on ETH. So yeah, let me set out my targets. Target number 1. By the way, I'm going to clear out the stuff that I did on the daily so that I don't get confused. All right. We already know what we're looking for. We're looking for buys into the daily fair value gap, and from there we can now start selling. So yeah, this is what I'm working with right now. This is going to be a 1:5. So let me take snapshots. Mm, I don't think I'll have anything like that on Bitcoin. Why? Okay, break of structure, sorry, liquidity sweep, break of structure. Price is not yet seen to. Okay, okay. Let me clean this out. This here is going to be a GOL, drawn liquidity. Um, check the 15 minutes time frame. 15 minutes time frame is not too clean. That's why I don't like working with a lot of time frames. They are not clean enough for me. But we definitely have like an accumulation around here, so price could drop and push up from there. So let's use the inverse fair value gap instead. It's not a bad place to start from. So from here, we can take a buy. Our stop loss is going to be here at this at the sweep level, all right? And then we're going to take a 1:4.9. Let's just make it a 1:5. So both Bitcoin and ETH are offering a 1:5. Okay. So this is what I have for today. Have we been bullish on Bitcoin? Yeah, we have been bullish so far. So we can actually take this. This is a cleaner sweep around here. Yeah, this setup is looking okay to me, sure. Very okay. So I'm taking a buy from here. Let me set an alert to know when price is coming back down. So I'm going to be trading BTC and ETH today. It's going to be my first time in a while, sure. These are all these are all the things that we have analyzed so far. It's like a lot. By the way, that reminds me, I want to check out this GU. Okay, GU is still in the range of our suspects. USDHF is still in the range as well. We're almost there. Gold. What have we on gold? Gold has not yet touched our main targets. Although I'm not confident on this gold because gold is very bullish. Okay, it's a very risky trade, but this one is more likely to happen. So so I think I'll be stopping here for today. I think I'll be stopping here for today. We have a lot. We have a lot of trades already. GJ, I don't even know what I made on GJ. Okay. No, I don't have a setup on GJ, so let me raise it for now. There's a setup here. There's a setup here. There's one here as well. One here, one here. Someone's doing 4 hours. So, but it's definitely there. Wait, this is silver, yeah? Let me check out something on silver. Let me see if I can refine it to the 30 minutes Beverly Gap instead. Do we have anything there? Inside the golden zone, we have uh it's not looking too good, but we can refine it to this particular spot here. Alright. Yes. We can definitely refine it. This FVG and this other block, they're basically aligning. So yeah, definitely. I think I'm going to be taking this trade on silver. It's not bad. It's not bad at all. Give me a 1:3.6. At this point, to still give me basically a 1:3. Right, but I'm aiming to 120. So at 120 is 3.6. It's not bad. It's not bad. I can actually take this trade. I'm waiting for price to come back down and show me some nice price action. So let me put this as my DOL as well. Just indicates. So this is what I'm waiting for now. Right. Okay, so yeah, we have refined our POI for silver. For NAS, we are still waiting for NAS to keep on going down. Alright. Until that happens, we just keep waiting. Alright, so we just wait. Although, like I said before, guys, the market is very crazy right now. It's very unpredictable. Okay, so we have to be careful with whatever you're doing. Be very careful so that you don't get caught in a wrong move. So there's a lot happening, and I can't really tell what is going on these days. Unlike before, you guys know it now. I will make some analysis and then they'll play out fine and good, even though most of them may not play out well. At least we have like 2 or 3 wins for the week, which is going to cover all the stop losses you get. But this time around, I'm trying to be more careful. Okay. So yeah, this is what I have for today. Our live analysis today has lasted for about 1 hour. All right. So please be sure to drop a like. If you're not subscribed, please subscribe. And I'll be seeing you guys again on Monday. All right. Don't forget to be checking your news apps every day so that you know exactly what to expect for that day, so that you don't get caught off guard by news. News these days is carrying a lot of power. There's a lot of geopolitical tensions ongoing. All right. So it's good to be on the safe side. So that's just it. So I'll be seeing you guys again. I'll be seeing you guys again on Monday. All right. If you're in my community, we have a meeting later tomorrow morning. All right. Early tomorrow morning, we have a live analysis. Okay. I believe that this time I think I should make it on Telegram. I think it should be easier there. Anyways, that's it for today. So thank you very much, guys, for coming. We'll see you again on Monday. All right. And until next time.